Women communicate differently than men. We communicate with logic and check out to unravel problems, while women communicate with emotions. Trying to feel better. Being that you are a man reading this, it's going to confuse you for what I'm close to saying, but there are women who would rather stay during a fucked up relationship to feel better. What happens once you complain to the proper people? You gain sympathy. She would rather hear her friends, family, and beta male orbiters tell her how great she is than self-improve and find a far better man who will treat her right. Men, on the opposite hand, want to unravel the matter and obtain better at something so we've better control over our lives. This is often why men want to find out the way to get women, while women want to flee their problems by distractions and sympathy. This is often why content geared towards men is learning the way to self-improve to urge women, while content geared towards women tells them that the person must accept her for who and the way she is. This is with men who operate from a masculine POV. Men who operate from a female POV will think learning the way to get women is bad or use excuses why they cannot get women. If you would like to speak with a lady successfully and truly get through to her, you would like to speak emotionally, not logically. Women got to feel so as to find out the lesson. If you create empty threats, she won't take you seriously. If you create her feel consequences, she is going to understand better. Being that you're communicating with women from their world, it'll desire to jump into the water trying to fight a shark. The shark is in its element, and it can entertain you before devouring you. Men who attempt to use emotions to attach with women roll in the hay from a female standpoint. In most cases, these men get dominated by their women. As a man, you would like to find out the way to communicate emotionally, but from a masculine standpoint, you would like to find out the way to be more grounded once you communicate emotionally with women. When a lady sees you are not fazed by her emotional outburst, and you understand why she reacts to you a particular way, you've got the advantage. It'll be like trying to maneuver a mountain by trying to push it together with her own body. It'll be like trying to blow down a skyscraper with the air in her lungs. When a lady sees you're an immovable force, she is going to be more willing to undergo you. This is often a quicker way for her to urge what she wants rather than trying to dominate you. Let's say you get into an argument together with your girl. She is extremely illogical and emotional because you are making excellent points. She seems like she's losing the argument. Then she is going to resort to insults. Being that ladies operate from an emotional standpoint, the skills to harm you emotionally. So you'll have an argument about how you would like her to be more submissive and pleasant. You give her excellent points. She seems to like you've got the whip hand, and she or he will throw out an insult from left field. For example, I think if you were a touch more submissive, and stop giving me such an attitude about every little thing, we might be happier. Her, well, if you had a much bigger dick, maybe I might be happier. Women's skills men feel about their dicks, and ladies will use that insecurity to their advantage. It's sort of an Ave Maria pass during a football. So it shifts from her losing the argument to you being in your feelings about your sex game. Your tone softens and you begin to become emotional. You stop operating from a logical standpoint, trying to unravel the matter, to being emotional, eager to feel better because right about now, you're crushed. There's a YouTube channel I watch called Fearless Man, and Brian Begin talks about being grounded and getting into tension. Men who can do that successfully will have the whip hand over women. So for instance, you've got an equivalent scenario where you're making good points and your girl says she would be happier if you had a much bigger dick. Rather than becoming emotional, you're taking that feeling of hurt and ground it. Grounding has three main purposes. Stop being overly emotional. Maintain the steadiness of things, which allows you to remain on top of things. Safely handle things. If you look online, you will see that these are the three main purposes for grounding wires and the way it handles voltage. So for instance, your girl makes that insult about your dick. You'll notice a shock that hits you in your chest. You'll literally feel this hurt energy in your chest, rather than rising to your head where the thought will fester and kill your self-esteem. Let the energy you are feeling in your chest travel right down to your feet to go away from your body. This seems like some new age bullshit. If the energy transfer to your head, you'll become emotional and insecure, making her gain the whip hand within the argument because it's not about solving the matter, but you being stuck in your head. When you transfer that energy right down to your legs, it doesn't affect you in an equivalent way. You do not feel that pain in your chest anymore. Once it leaves your body, you'll handle things more level-headed, and your ego is unbroken. You'll continue on to urge to the basis of the matter you had within the argument. When a person is grounded, he's highly attractive to women. He seems extremely masculine in how he handles himself, her, and situations as they are available. He seems more solid in himself, albeit his ego is attacked. When you're grounded, you'll be more vulnerable. When I say vulnerable, I'm not talking about showing weakness but becoming more real and honest with people and yourself. If a lady knows you're curious about her, it causes you to somewhat vulnerable. This is often why the pickup artist uses to neg women. If you are not conscious of what negging is, in simple terms, it is a backhanded compliment or knocking her down a couple of pegs to point out you are not truly curious about her, which provides the impression that you are not thirsty. Some men act like they are not interested, but once they get the girl, they not only show interest, but they show thirst. This, in turn, turns her off. It's better to genuinely feel something or find out how to control strong feelings than act like they do not exist. Once you let a lady know you think that she's attractive, you'll make her feel sexy. Just don't overly compliment a lady. If she's wont to thirsty dudes, don't tell her she's hot, but if it comes up, be honest together with her. Keep it very simple. You have some sexy eyes. And keep it moving. Roll in the hay as if you told her she had a bit of lint on her shirt. Check YouTube for ground exercises. Add this to your arsenal. Try it for feminist 10 minutes, which specialize in how you are feeling versus what you think. I know, it seems like some feel-good bullshit, but if you'll eliminate anxiety, fear, anger, etc. from your body, you'll handle situations better. Your woman could show you a video of her getting gangbanged by 5 donkey dick motherfuckers and you'll take that painful energy, eliminate it from your body, and handle things better. Like hack together with her and never let a lady disrespect you. Wish that ever again. When you're grounded on great magnitudes, once you meet women for the primary time, they're going to shit test you less often. They're going to become more submissive to you tons quicker. Why? Because they go off of your vibe, not a facade you're putting up. During a non-verbal way, you're communicating to her you're very masculine, and you're an immovable force.